carriage and shed a ton of paper for me. I fixed that, didn't I?
So how long have these been soaking?
2 days.
2 days. All right.
Now I changed the water in them. It was red. It had blood in it.
Right.
But you see how clear it is now.
Yeah, it looks pretty
and
good.
I got all the blood. And yeah.
Hey everybody, I came over here to see JC Squeezer, and he's gonna show us how to salt some fish up and get them put up for the winter, be able to eat salt fish all winter. He invited me to come on over, and
oh my Lord, yeah.
He started a little bit early this year so y'all can see what y'all need to be doing. That way if y'all want to put some up, you'll see exactly what you need to do right here. He said he's been doing it a long time.
Yeah, I've been doing. I started helping my grandfather. I was probably 10, 12.
Right.
I know one time my father caught some croakers one time. And I caught some croakers, and it was early. It was like in August. And my granddaddy told him, he said, Curtis, it's awful early to salt fishing, especially croakers. We never do salt croakers.
Right.
Never. I mean, I'll salt one if it's in there. But my daddy wanted to try, and granddaddy said it ain't gonna work out very good. That's awful hot. And daddy said, well, salt will keep anything. And sure enough, they was fine as kind.
Yeah.
Bluefish.
You said you ain't never lost a bucket yet, huh?
Never lost them. I've been doing it all my life and never have. And they're going to stay just as white as what you see. They're not going to get yellow.
Right.
They won't get yellow because I'm going to protect them. I'll change the line. I have changed it twice. If I have to, I'm going to change it to 10 days. Then I'll look at them again in about 10 days. And if they got a little color to them, I'm going to change them because I want him white.
Right.
I don't want him orange.
Uh-huh.
And some of the older heads didn't care, but nope. They are. Some of these are small, but I say, well, they're better than a snowball. Yeah, been doing it a long time.
See, he's got a bucket here he had started before, so
I'm gonna top it off.
that's where he had finished up the last time. So now he's gonna top this one off and fill it up. He's putting fish and salt in there. That liquor, you say, that liquid in there is coming out of the fish sitting in that salt brine.
That's right.
And that's what helps preserve it. Everybody used to use salt tins, but they rust on you and they'll rust out and everything, so these plastic buckets work a whole lot better.
I put a layer of fish, I put a layer of salt.
Right.
Yeah, but it's been a long time, it's but I never had this many. I reckon you call them what you want, pigfish, hogfish.
Yeah, you can call them pigfish. We always call them hogfish.
Yeah.
The same thing. They are good to eat, I know that.
Oh, it's delicious. Oh, I was just wondering, is it another name? I mean,
I'm sure somebody somewhere else calls them something. But when you was talking about pigfish, I knew what you was talking about.
Yeah. It's
And like you was telling me, if you've got a buy fish that you don't get a whole lot for to try to sell them, that's the one you better off put them up for yourself.
yeah, well,
You know, back in the day, people think that they didn't have nothing, and they didn't have a whole lot of stuff, but I tell you what, they knew how to eat. They knew how to preserve their, take care of themselves. And
yeah, sir. Well, like I say, with my buddies, I think I done 14 of these buckets last year.
yeah,
And they're small buckets,
right,
but we eat them all 14. And another thing, I used to bust all my fish on both sides of the backbone.
right,
But these little fish, I don't do it, and I ain't had no trouble.
yeah,
You buy a codfish, he's only split on one side,
right.
so I just,
They used to take a plow and go down a row of cabbage and plow it under, and let it stay under the ground for the winter time, go dig up ahead when you wanted it.
he does.
They knew how to they knew how to keep some food.
Yeah, sea mullet. Boy, you tell me something good, Lord. I reckon we call them sea mullets. I reckon call. I didn't get many of them.
Right.
Some people call them roundheads, sea mullet.
Uh-huh. Well, me and Daddy, we would salt like 2 or 3 tins. It was just us, and they would last us through the winter. And
Yeah, well.
but
yeah,
one year we smoked some bluefish.
smoked them.
Yeah, we used the Taylor Blues,
Yeah.
and our neighbor had a smoker. That was everybody has smokers now, just about, but that was back before everybody had smokers. And he had a nice one, so we smoked bluefish, and I tell you what, that was good too.
Well, I salt. I got a bluefish right here. I salt bluefish. And
Yeah,
I really I like them.
right.
I do. I really like them.
I can eat any of them, but you take one of them Taylor Blues and fillet it, slab it off, and fry it up, pretty white
Yeah.
meat. They're good to eat. Some people say they don't want to eat them.
Yeah. Yeah. They say I've been doing it all my life, and I never have lost one. And
Yeah,
these most times they don't have no market for these fish.
right.
They don't, but this year the boy said they're buying them, and they ain't getting nothing for them. I think he said he got 15 cents.
Right.
But anyway, I'll tell you what it is. I got a good friend of mine. We call him Lil Ray. Rick Elliott. They got the boat to Chesapeake. He loves fish. And we've been eating some of these pigfish. And he said, Squeezer, I think we better salt them up this. He said, I like him better. This is good or better than the spot.
Right.
So that's what we done. So that's, he was supposed to come around there. Maybe, because I ain't called him. He was going to come around.
I think you made a good call.
Well, he might have. But
I'm saying salting these.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love them. God, they're good. Yeah, that is. And like I say, Roscoe, he cleaned the bluefish.
Right.
Roscoe Rowe. His grandfather was Captain Johnny Rowe. I call him the Johnny Rowe.
Uh-huh.
He lived right here behind the Tasty Cruise. Yeah, Roscoe, what he can't tear up, he ain't worth to talk about. Lord, he used to clam with us And he was rough on a boat. Lord, I reckon. He was wild, and that's the way his father was. I didn't know his daddy. His father died, I think, when Roscoe was just a young boy.
Right.
His name was John, I think. John. And Captain Johnny, that was Roscoe's granddaddy, he let his son John take the boat and Clamming one summer, and he tore the boat up.
Pat and Tong.
Yeah, because he was so rough and wild.
Pat and Tong is hard on them anyway.
Well, but I know it, but
Yeah.
but he was rough. He tore up an anvil with a rubber mallet, he was.
I've seen
But,
many a one that got a big twist in them.
Oh, yeah.
Been pulling them tongs forever.
Yeah. Yeah, so they go, like I say, they will be mighty good this winter.
Oh,
the
yeah.
boys, the Matthews, like I say, they come over and we got a bunch of us here. I want you to come over some this
Yeah.
winter. You enjoy it.
You tell me when y'all got it going on, I'll come over here.
No, you enjoy it. Roscoe, I don't know. He filleted them. I don't know. I ain't gonna get many more in that bucket. I gotta go get another bucket. Yeah. They got indeed with I haven't had no trouble much with insects. Not really.
Right.
But you don't want get neither fly in the bucket. Oh, you have a mess.
No.
They're famous for.
Well, I don't expect many flies getting that bucket want to stay in there for all that salt.
No, but he'll try to. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to call Southern States and then tell them to. I'll ask him if he got some salt because I might run out.
Right.
I had and I think I might have close to enough. I think I got that. Yeah, I packed them like that all that salt on, so that won't let them build the water and turn yellow.
Right.
But I got plates that I put on top of these to keep them beneath the water.
Okay.
I got little dishes.
Uh-huh.
I always put a layer of salt in the bottom.
Right.
Now that's a good fish there.
Oh, yeah.
That mullet. Oh, my Lord. My wife, Carrie, she loves them.
Yeah.
Same thing. Kind of rub it down into his back there.
Right.
Get it in the way I like to do it. Yeah, so a lot of little steps to it. I mean, you know, first thing you got to get them, and then you got to clean them up. And it takes a while to do it. I mean, especially to you know, time you got the scaling, then you got to cut his head and tail off and get the guts out. I call it intestinal. Then you got to blow him out, blow all that blood out the backbone. I take my water hose, got a lot of pressure, I blow all the blood out.
Right.
But then you got to let small the blood because you let them soak there for a day with the in that salt water like is in that cooler there.
Right.
That draws the blood out.
Yeah.
It draws a lot out. Yeah. Might have to go get another bag of salt, but that's yeah, we're gonna get I'm gonna take this out. This is just bluefish and get rid of them. This one. Put the paper, use the paper and read the news.
Yeah, there you go.
Lord, alright, something washed away on the other bank. Lord,
Yep.
falling in the ocean. Oh, God. Yeah, that stuck up right there, went right in. I spread.
Oh boy.
That's what's wrong with that front of no, that one today. See how crooked it is?
Yeah.
I got a spot spur into that, and I stayed in and out the hospital for 6 weeks.
Wow. What was it, infected or something?
Had a disease called pseudomonas.
Huh.
Buddy, that was something else, that was. I couldn't
hear
get
you.
it out, and they couldn't get it out either because it went down in the joint. They didn't get it either.
Wow.
And I've got a many one out, you know. I give me some holes in it, but I figure. Sometimes I ought to have me a little rack just to set it in down and let that be draining.
Yeah.
That's what I ought to. But I didn't. That might be that might be enough to fill my bucket up out of it, I don't know.
Yeah. Probably so.
Yes, boy, they're cold too. I mean, you know, well, like the old head say, better than a snowball.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And like I say, I'll just stay just like this the whole year.
Yeah.
They won't get no, because I'm not going to let them.
When you take them out to cook them, how long you let them soak?
Overnight, I'll put them in soak, I'll put them in soak, 6 o'clock that afternoon. Just soak 12 hours. That's enough. My daddy and them, they all went to Eastern Shore goose hunting one time and got partying that night. It was over at my cousin's on Smith Beach, Grayson Booker. It was over there. Goose hunting. They forgot to put the codfish in soak that night. And there you go. And they got big spun. They washed them off and wrung them out. And just washed them best they could and tried to wring them because codfish is tough.
Right.
They ain't like this out there. And they boiled them. Pour them all to eat them. They said they were kind of salty, but anyway, they done it. Oh Lord. I know they were kind of briny.
Were they running for the water barrel after that?
Yeah, I bet it. Yeah, they probably stayed up half a night playing poker, having a good time. So they didn't think nothing about it. Yeah. Yeah. Last year, I put so much salt and so much salt in there, I froze them. I didn't freeze them solid, but I froze them. They was very stiff. They wouldn't take this. It was all right, but like I say, it was so hard, you know.
Right.
The salt had almost frozen.
Huh.
So this year I said, I ain't gonna do that. I know how much to put. Yeah. Bluefish, he's soft. My buddy, Ray, he wants to try to get some jumpers and salt them, but I think they're okay.
They're a little thick, ain't they? I
Do you like a jumper mullet?
Oh yeah, I love them. I mean, with them round like they are, the meat would be kind of thick, wouldn't it? But I guess it would still salt up all right.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know what you've done now. Anyway, he wants to try some. I told him we'd get him. He wants to go jumper fishing. That boy we was talking about, Roscoe, he's got a little jumper in that, so I told him we. You know them, I don't know if you know it or not, but them boys on them fish steamers, they salt bunkers up in the water.
Oh really?
On the fish steamer.
No, I didn't know that. Now I know that this year some people were talking about eating Bunker Road, but
yeah.
Are they eating the bunkers?
They salt them up, some of them boys on them fish steamers. Yes, they do.
So, I mean, I ain't never tried to eat one or nothing. I know they got a lot of bones in them.
Yeah. I know my grandmother, she's at them. She was a Bryan. Her father was John Bryan from down in Severn.
Right.
She's eat bunkers, and I know she has. Well, one thing she wouldn't do.
What's
she
that?
She wouldn't eat a spot unless he had a head on him. I know she was down and right feeble. She was down. She had cancer, and I was clamming at the time, but we had the net set catching us some fish to salt up for the winter. And anyway, she said, I want me a couple spots. I said, don't you worry, you'll have them tomorrow. And I did. I got them full. cleaned them, turned them over that to her. And her kind of bywords was, she was something, Lord child, you know I can't eat that mess like that. I said, well, Grandma, what the world wrong with them? You cut the head off them, you ruined them. I went back home, I cleaned her 2 more and left the head on them.
Oh boy.
You had to have the head on it.
But look, all you go gain by having the head is that little like a bite of meat on the top of the head,
just,
ain't it?
Just that old head. I mean, the word she said, you've ruined them. I said, well, I'll be dead gone. I didn't know I ruined the fish.
Right. Well, I've seen a lot of people leave the tails on them, but we don't leave the tail on them. Ain't no meat in that tail.
Yeah.
Just takes up room in the pan.
Oh boy. Yeah, they old heads, they got their way.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they did.
Well, they was used to not wasting anything.
That was. Well, I got 2 more. I got 2 more 50-pound. Yeah, I got 100 more pound of salt left.
Right.
I'll tell you where I got it from. I couldn't find none. This was first of last year when I got rid of the salt. And I called Southern States at Gloucester Quarters. And boy, they had it.
All right.
And the girl told me, I said, now, want this regular salt? Yeah, we got it. So my buddy, he got me 8 bags of it.
Right.
Well, I had enough to do last year. And, well, I don't know. I got 2 more over there. Yeah. They've been so kind of good. And you know, we don't just start to eat these until it gets kind of cold. I don't know why.
Right.
Well, my crew, now I want you to come over, but most of them boys that come from Matthews, they won't come on Saturdays until this is over with.
Right.
You come on over on Saturday. I have every Saturday morning. We'll have. You come on over. I'll call you.
All right.
Yeah, after they'll settle down, and I'll let the water off and change them. Dump this bloody water off.
Right.
I got my plates. I got plates that I put on. That keeps them beneath the.
Like a dish plate?
I went to the shops. These Goodwill stores.
Yeah.
They buy them for 25 cents a piece. It's old plates.
Right.
Yep. And that keep them down underneath that water, beneath the grind, and it don't let them turn yellow. I don't like them turn yellow.
Right.
Well, okay, I've got to go get me another. Get me another bag of salt.
Tell you what, if something happens and them trucks quit running, people go wish they had some buckets of salt fish in there, put up somewhere. You know?
See that string they got pop
Yep.
over there. Then put it right, how they cut it. Put it over there, it goes.
I didn't know if they'd still do that or not.
How about that?
I know that's the way it was.
Alright. Oh, man. Get that over. Snatch your fish. Now. I don't know. I got that new 5-gallon bucket, you know. I'll be dead going. Now I take these right tonight if I want them for my dinner.
Right.
I would boil them right now, and they wouldn't be too salty.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't. They'd stay together good because they're tough.
Right.
Salt, and they're very tender. They want you a mess, and you can. You couldn't fry them because it'd be too salty. But when you boil them,
Take some of it out of them.
you want you a mess for your dinner. I don't know where Kara said she was going to the store getting some buckets. Mostly she's here help me salt. But I have if I leave them in there just overnight one day, they take I put them in my boiling water,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they're fine as kind. But
Right.
they've been in there 2 days. So I don't know if they. I've had that knife a long, long time.
Well, you can see she's been sharpened once or twice.
And I call her, she's my splitting knife.
Yeah.
That's what I split them with.
Right.
That's the only knife I use. You look how I wore her down.
I know it.
And
That's right.
she'll shave a monkey.
Yeah.
And I've sharpened her so much, but I know I've had her 15, 20 years.
Right. It's like my grandma. She'd have 2 or 3 paring knives, and they'd be done sharpened so many times, and just very little bit of blade left on them.
That's what splitting. That's all I do is just split them with that.
Right.
Yeah, all my life I've split them on both sides, but I didn't do it last year and I didn't do it this year. I changed my rubber muscle.
Yeah, it's a regular bag. I didn't know if they were putting some other liner in there or what, but
What was that?
I didn't know if they were putting some other liner to try to keep moisture out, but
No,
they ain't.
It's just a double bag, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where in the world. One of the little Ray called me, but he loves his salt fish.
Uh-huh.
He was born and raised right down in Merrill, right behind. Used to Leslie Cox's store. I think that's what it was.
Right.
And right down that Merrill. God, he loves his seafood. And I got, like I say, one of my buddies, Mike Hurst from Matthews. He's a good friend of mine, and he loves them. But he said he didn't like these, like you say, much as he liked this spot.
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get him I'm gonna get a carton of spot, and I'm gonna 30 or 40 pound anyway, and I'm gonna soak them. I'm gonna salt them down. And I think that's gonna be on there. What I got in that cooler back there to clean, that day with the ones with the ice on it.
Right.
I think we're gonna have enough fish for the winter.
Yeah.
He come over and helped me clean. Him and Roscoe. Them two come over and helped me clean. And we had fish that morning. I had them in there, but it was only 1 day soak.
Okay.
So, and it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I said, "Hey, do you like the hug fish?" He said, "All right, but I'd rather have the spot." And I said, "Well, don't you worry, buddy. We're going to get you." I told John Boy this morning that I'd like to get maybe 30, 40 pounds off the spot.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Don't you worry, we'll get them." Yeah. I know that's one thing about, when I was dealing that, and I had boys go with me, we didn't have to, we salted them here, but we didn't have to do no cleaning. All my fish was clean. All my fish was clean when I come home.
I hear you.
The boys went with me. They clean them as we catch them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and all the live ones, and most time you spot most of them alive. 99% of them are alive. But he'd pick them right out and clean them for me. Clean them right on the boat. It was all clean, but we had to do all this, you know, when we got home.
Right.
I'm gonna have to change the paper again. Get the paper, so much water gets on it, you know, it won't,
They still too wet when you put them in there or something?
yeah, you kind of want them a little dry. You know, it ain't a good. Yep. There they are. We got a ton in it. Oh, I got them bags. That's what I thought about too. Splitting them and lay them out because they're tougher.
Yeah, right.
He wanted to eat them soon as he got here.
I hear that.
I couldn't eat. My sister, she loves croaker. Lord. And I got some in there for the John Boy threw me a nice mess in there. And I'm going to let that go like that. I don't have a plenty bucket. How you were born and raised right over in Seaford?
Well, I worked out of Seaford, but we actually lived in Grafton.
Okay.
You know where Howard Mills Reservoir is?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I live right behind that. I live across the road from it.
Uh-huh.
We had a place right on the Pocosin River.
Yes, because that makes up in right there, don't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. My daddy, he was born and raised in Seaford. He had a lot there that he was going to build on when my parents got married, but right when she was graduating, my granddaddy passed away with a heart attack, and they had a farm over on Showalter Road. So my grandma gave them a lot, and they built a house there so she could stay close and help with her mom and sisters and all that because her daddy was gone. But other than that, we would have been raised in Seaford. He was born right in the bedroom of the house there in Seaford.
Well, like I say, you knew Arthur Perry Thomas.
Oh yeah.
He was my buddy.
I hear that.
So don't want her to hit you. She ain't up on a razor blade.
Uh-huh. You talking about Arthur Perry? His daddy, Captain Arthur. His daddy had the Catherine. Arthur Perry's daddy, Captain Arthur.
Yeah.
He had the Catherine, the drudge boat Catherine.
Okay.
5 log canoe built.
Yeah.
She was built right in York County.
Lord.
But he owned her, and
that was Arthur Perry's father.
yeah.
I didn't know him.
And when my dad was like 14, 15 years old. He quit school when he was 6th grade.
Uh-huh.
And when he's like 14 or 15, he was working on the deck of the Catherine for Arthur Perry's daddy.
I know that.
Yeah. And his daddy, Captain Arthur, built the Perry Lynn for Arthur Perry. His daddy built that boat.
And then Clarence Jordan built the Helen T.
Helen T. Yeah. That's right.
He was a mess. He was thought a lot of him.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And all that these be draining. I bought these coolers, Alan. I bought 3 of these coolers.
Right.
I bought them 2 years ago. I read it was on sale. I get $50 a piece. The reason I bought them at my mother and at my mom and dad's place, which I own now, Tide Mill,
Right.
West Lane and Tide Mill, that big house on the left when you turn to go in, you go down West Lane.
Mm-hmm.
We had a get together there, like a little family reunion, and somebody had one of these coolers there. I stayed in it for 7 days.
Wow.
And that was this time of year, so I said, yeah, I'm there going to hang and get me, and summer was getting over, so I went and bought me 3 of them. I said, they're going to show them. Them ones you pay how much? Them ones you, so expensive, what's the name of them?
Them Yetis.
Yetis. And I said, this is as good as a Yeti to be.
Right.
7 days.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's Randy caused a little dip in that when he had a peeler operation.
Oh, he's using it with peelers.
He had
Soft crabs.
He had a peeler operation. Soft crabs. And he left it here and it was broke. We was gonna see if we could get it welded, but I got a buddy of mine can weld it, but that's a small wide well.
Right.
So I kind of jury rigged it. It ain't working. I don't know if I don't use this water right here, being cold.
Yeah.
But I clean my next one and put right in.
Right.
What do you think?
It looks like it's good enough to start them in to me.
I'm gonna do it too, son.
Yeah. Save on some of your salt.
Yeah, well. Where did he go? I'll go around back and get my bucket.
All right.
Now the mullet. I tried a little different everything. I tried some things. I left the backbone and some fish. Just tried.
Right.
Well, it's some of these and bluefish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they always say, closer to the bone, sweeter than... I bought my John Deere, and I put it in 2000, and I run it until 2016, and I wore it. If I didn't burn some fuel in her, fishing, you know, when I was building that,
Right.
we'd leave out in the mornings, holding the wall, and didn't know if you was going almost to Tangier or going to the Bridgestone.
Yeah.
That's where it was. But anyway, I put them in an hour on it. She got more, so I got Mike West. He overhauled her for me 7 years ago, and she does very well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I put her in, like I say, I put her in 2000. I paid $20,000 for the engine, $5,000 for the clutch, in 2000. And I overhauled her. It was right at 20,000. But now the engine's around, she's over, I think over 50,000 now.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. So you did a lot of fishing up that way?
yeah, sure did. Yeah. That's where I fish. Ain't down the ocean. We're down there, we're down Virginia Beach a lot. Went everywhere. When we was running, chasing them croakers down, you know.
Right.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. I liked it. Chasing them down. I liked almost. I was good as rabbit hunting. Didn't know what you did. Everybody burned some fuel. Oh, I don't know. Well, we don't have no more croakers, so you know, like that. Like I said, they don't let us open this bay back up and let us drudge it.
Yeah.
Drudge this bay and get this turned back over again.
Right.
Okay.
You know where Seaford Scallop Company is on Back Creek?
Very well.
Well, the tin building there, that was a fish house. That's been a fish house forever.
Uh-huh.
And when like I said, my dad quit school early in the 6th grade, and he would go there and help them unload. They had trawl boats coming in from Cape Charles.
That's right.
And they would unload them there.
Okay.
And he said that they were coming there with croakers so big you couldn't put but 2 to a fish box.
Oh.
That's a big croaker.
Well, sure, Lord, they were drum hard. Well, I've seen a plenty of them. And we ain't got them now. It's this day. They don't start doing it. We got to cultivate today. It's awful.
Right.
Work this bay up. Get this something coming in and feed. That'd be a pretty sight if I didn't do nothing with that every day.
Yeah, right. I know it.
Yeah.
But you can't tell them that.
Yeah. Now I don't know but I can't figure what's going on about clams. The boys, you know, we clammed down the shipyard for many years. I started in '69, and
were they considered polluted then?
yeah, we was working at the shipyard.
Yeah.
We polluted, yeah. I think I got $1.30 on 100 when I started. In
Wow.
'69, $1.30 on 100.
Hmm.
But I just started, so I didn't know much about it, but I made me a living. But the big boys down there, you know, the ones with the good rigs, because some of them still had old tire rigs, even back then almost. And the ones with the good rig catch 10, 12,000. And then that was in '69 when I started. And I come home that year, I made me a little bit of money, so I got me a little diesel and got me a good hoister. I was good to go from then on and catch 10,000, everybody was. And I've seen almost 100 boats down there.
Mm-hmm.
100 boats. And catch that many clams year after year. And now you can't, and Modi told me now you can't hardly catch 1,500 hardly.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going on? What our clamming is, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Yep.
Well,
Don't know.
Daddy did a lot of patting tonging before he started drudging a lot.
Yeah, but what year was that?
I don't know exactly when he started, because he was on James River tonging oysters from before me to when I was real young.
Uh-huh.
So I'm saying like I was probably like 3 or 4 when he got a pat and tong rig. And it had some kind of engine with it when he bought it. And
Yeah, a little donkey engine.
yeah, but he worked that for like a year, maybe 2. Then he bought one of them 4-cylinder Wisconsin air-cooled engines
Uh-huh.
and ran it off of that. And then when we put the diesel in it, we put a 453 in it
Oh, Lord.
that Thurman Ellis had just rebuilt.
Uh-huh.
And so when we put that in there, we hooked the rig up off the front of it.
Boy,
So-
he was right then.
Yeah, I know it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he was right. Yeah.
But he always had the regular heister. He didn't ever have a tire rig or nothing.
Uh-huh. I never did too. I had a spider gear rig.
Oh, okay.
Nice rig. Worked good, but scared to death we will lock up.
Yeah.
If you locked up, run, get the hook because she ain't gonna do nothing but tear something down or choke out the engine or tear something up.
Right.
But I worked there for that summer. I made me a little bit of money and I got me another heister. And I got me, Jimmy Smith built me a heister. That one lock up.
Hmm.
On spot again. And I worked out and then I wore that all out and rusted out, so there's one sitting right there. You see it's all coming up.
Yeah.
That's all stainless steel, except for the hose head.
Okay.
All stainless.
Wow.
And many ones want to buy, but,
Yeah, I bet.
but I'm gonna get it over here, but I ain't gonna sell it. That's what you call one of them Lincoln heisters.
Right. Thing that used to amaze me, you pull a crab pot up, and that thing would have a flounder in it this big.
Yeah.
The only thing I figured they must roll up to go in the funnel.
It folds up, go in the phone.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could figure how I could get in there.
Yeah, he'll fold up, go in there. Well, he's got to.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Yeah.
And look, you go out there and set a bunch of brand new pots, and you can come back the next day, and one of them will be twisted up in a knot. Where the sea turtle done twisted
Lord.
that thing up in a clear knot trying to get the crabs.
They're trying to save them.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, you know what he's good for? Turn a pot up.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what I did enjoy this summer. We missed a game going to the Deltaville Delphins.
Okay.
But every Saturday night. And we had the best time.
Yeah.
They were 17-3.
Wow.
They didn't win the championship, but came out of Richmond. I got that, but it was a good game.
Yeah.
That night, they played them best 2 of the 3.
Uh-huh.
Good friend of mine lived right over here on Pigeon Hill. Son played. Grant Bogan.
Mm.
He's shortstop.
Oh boy.
He's good.
Yeah.
Good dude. Yeah. We really enjoyed it going up there this Saturday night.
Yeah.
Can't wait for another year.
Granddaddy was from Fox Hill, Daddy's daddy. That's where Holston comes from Fox Hill.
Fox Hill.
Yeah.
There was something down there too.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Granddad used to take me to ball games in Fox Hill all the time.
Yeah, Fox Hill, Lord, I reckon.
But I was 12 years old when he passed away.
12.
Uh-huh. But
Yeah, yeah, Fox Hill, boy. They always had a good team. Fast pitch softball.
yeah. But he knew he was sick, and he started building a little 12-foot skiff. And he went ahead and built it and got it all finished and got it all painted up just about the time that he wasn't going to be able to do it. And we kept him home. We didn't put him in no nursing home or nothing. And he was laying in a hospital bed in the living room. And he called me over there one day, and I went over there to him, and he said, come around here so you can look out the window. I went around there and looked out the window. He said, you see that skiff out there? I said, yes, sir, I see it. He said, that's your boat. And I said, what? I said, no, Granddad, that's your boat. He goes, nope. He said, that is your boat. And I couldn't believe it. You know, he'd done all that work on that and everything, got it right. And then, you know, and it wasn't long after that he passed, you know.
How old was he?
He was 82, and I was 12, but I left the boat sitting right there. I didn't move that boat until after he had passed, because he could sit there and see it out the window.
Right, sure.
You know? So I left it right there, and then after he passed, I took it home, and we lived right on the Coastal River.
Okay.
So I ran all up and down the Coastal River when I was 12 years old. Yep.
Well,
All right, so you clean your fish, then you put them in a cooler with ice with salt brine, covered up for a day, and then check your water. If it's turning red, got a lot of blood in it, you drain it out, put another more water and salt and soak it another day.
Most of the time I don't.
Oh, okay.
That blood is already dried out. I know the water looks bloody, but there ain't no blood in the fish.
Right.
But I did learn something, because yesterday it was bloody, and I said, well, I can't. It was so nasty and raining, I couldn't do it. So I drained the water off them and made a new. You put more salt and ice, and I don't know if I ain't learned something.
Yeah, right.
I've learned something. I ain't never done it this way, but see, I have white. They were white as can be, and pulled every bit of blood. So it was 2 days sitting in a brine water size one day.
Right. I'm just recapping that so people that's watching this, they know that's what happened before we got to this point.
Right.
You know, you cleaned them,
Right.
put them in there and soaked them with salt brine.
But for 2 days.
Yeah.
And I changed that. I let that bloody water off, and put more salt in it, because just let them set another day. It didn't hurt nothing. They pulled every bit of blood.
Yeah. And so now that you've got them packed, so you're saying after 10 days.
10 days, I'm gonna change the water on these, and that's what we're gonna do right now. I've done some in here. I got 2 buckets in here that I done 10 days ago.
Right.
So I'm going. And look
Okay.
at them, and,
Okay.
Now I got something in here that I ain't ever done before. Green stiff-back perch.
Wow.
The green perch,
Yeah.
not the white perch.
Right.
Boy caught 20 of them hook and line fish them, give them to me, and I saw. a little bit of color,
Right.
not much.
Right.
But I told you what I was kind of scared of doing. But they've been in that cold.
Yeah. And it ain't bad, but I mean,
That ain't bad. No, that's 100%. But I'm gonna go and change it. I'm gonna make my brine right now.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna make my brine. I'm gonna pour these off.
Right.
And I'm gonna get me a bucket. Pour it off. Let me get me a bucket.
Now look, when you pack these, they were up here like the other ones, right? And as they make their brine, they settle down like that. So don't be surprised when you open it up if they don't settle down
That's right.
some.
That's right. And a lot of the old heads, they took them out. My granddaddy did, I know. They took them out the tin and dumped all the water off, the brine, made a brine and laid them back in that tin with no salt, just that brine because they've already preserved, and they put them back in there.
Okay.
But now, they took every fish out. I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what I do mine. I've been doing this for a long time. I dump all the juice off. And every drop get over there. And now that's them green perch.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna turn them over now. Yeah, it might be me. Yeah, I hope.
So if the egg floats, you got enough salt.
Not enough salt.
Yeah.
But, that egg. Yeah, right here. That one there, he ain't floating. Look at this one. Look how that one floats.
Yeah, look at that.
Something's on this egg. Is something, I don't know.
Right.
But anyway, we're gonna put more salt. It floats, but okay, we'll go back up and. Now I know that's a plenty because it floated it and I put more.
Right.
And I want more. I want it strong.
Yeah.
But that, you see how that other egg done?
Yeah, I did.
Must have been.
Well, that's a good test there.
That keeps him down underneath that water.
Yeah.
You know, if he gets above the water, he'll turn.
Yeah.
Well,
You got it all figured out.
yeah. Okay, go.
See.
Now I got to put my dates on it.
Right. See, Daddy used to tell me, he said, come here. I'd go over, he said, let me learn you something. He ain't never teach me nothing, he learned me something. So see, you done learned me something today.
That's it. And I'm gonna put more in these.
Right.
I'll fill them up, David. Well, that ain't a very good number. Thought about this one.
Yeah.
I got more at these. Well, that's the way that was done, and
JC, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, but I want to thank you for doing this today, and teaching us how it was done, how you've been doing it all your life, and showing people need to know this stuff, because history has a way of repeating itself.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's all right.
So I mean, it's always a good thing to know, and it ain't nothing like having some salt fish for breakfast in the wintertime.
I love it.
Might be snow on the ground, you can kick back eating some saltfish.
Country boy will survive.
Yeah, that's right. So we really appreciate it, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.